Hi, welcome again. It's nice to have a new video made now for everyone. It's been some time now that we are making videos and discussing about different subjects. I hope lots of you have started to find some kind of path, if I can say, or some kind of belief, or some kind of truth in what's going on within you or around you, with you, your surroundings, and everything. If you still remember from the beginning, I told you whatever I'm gonna say on these videos is just a guide. You don't have to believe me, nor you have to take this other word of truth neither, because this whole experience that I am explaining to you is an experience that I have undergone myself. In the same way, I would like each and every one of you who is on this path to try and experience it for yourself so that you can make videos like this and explain your own experiences. Because I haven't seen anyone's video, nor do I read any books, nor do everything is my own proper experience from whenever it started. I don't know, whenever it started. So don't believe what I'm telling you. Let it resonate within you. If what I'm telling you is what you feel is right from what I'm telling you, then you're on the path of this spiritual path. Some people, as I always say, might not feel anything in these videos because their vibration is still either too high or too low. So the day it comes to the same resonance, they will find these videos speaking a lot. In the same way, you need to go through your own experiences. The more you will do the techniques, the more you do the breathing, the more you do whatever is there, like on this path. Breathing, some people will say listening to some kind of sound, others will say listening to um, I don't know, music or whatever, will increase their power of understanding or vibration. He will come to the stage where this video will make sense. Now he might be listening to something else's or someone else's video that makes more sense. In other words, they are at that level of understanding. So don't believe fully what I'm telling. I want you to experience your own truth. So these, I'm just giving you the ways how to experience it. That's all. So coming to certain mode of speaking of consciousness, this is why when you go through this, you will acquire more and more experiences. And please understand, whoever is going through this process, whatever little bit that you see, you experience, or you feel, don't take this as a negative. Let it be part of their experience. But again, I get a lot of people who write to me and says about a couple of things. Uh, I think it is this. I am seeing that it should be that. Please understand, there is nothing to do with the mind. The mind is the biggest friend and the biggest enemy of the human being, because the consciousness is, each time you're giving a thought and you're creating something, each time you give a thought, you say, okay, I see this. So you're trying to create something, and the mind creates something, and you get into a complete darkness. You just go with it and you feel this is the truth. Like I explained in some time back, that there are pockets of consciousness. So once we are in that, we feel this is comfort, we feel this is it. Same for someone who's going through a depression. He's in a complete darkness, seated there night and day. He wakes up, sleeps, He just wants to sleep because the consciousness in which it is darkness. The other one, as I mentioned, I'm just a repetition of what I spoke in some video back. The the one who is in love, he's fully in love. He doesn't know nothing else, absolutely nothing else. He will eat, drink, he will live his normal life, but still very much in that consciousness of love. Same like someone who is very much alcoholic. He will drink, he will work, he will do everything, look after the family, but when he gets into that state of drunkenness, drunk state, he is completely gone because this is he's feeling very comfortable in that state. Henceforth, when we see at different states of consciousness, people are getting lost. And the worst part is, I believe, you see, again, I believe this is the right path. Meanwhile, you're not. The right path has to be evaluated by something stronger than you. Don't let your, I'm sorry I say that, the stupid human mind guide you to where you are. Because when I start thinking of something, it is very simple. In my whole family, I start thinking, I am doing this right. But finally, my whole family might find what I'm doing is not correct. So, how do I remediate that? Is by either getting proper guidance. It's like someone who is sick in the family. You go to the psychiatrist, for example. Why do you take him to the psychiatrist? Because you think he's got a mental problem. So you would say, no, he has to get some treatment. Let's get him to the psychiatrist. Someone who is ill in bed, he's got a medical problem, then you call for the doctor. In the same way, but we don't need a doctor because we are thinking that way. We go along these lines. So we believe we are right. But my whole family is finding this stupid and they don't believe in me. So what is needed is a guide. The guide alone can tell you, is it the right path or is that the mind? So for this, please understand, don't just create things and you project the same thing in the everyday life. It's going to be one of the worst things you're going to do, because by doing this, you're going to destroy so many things around you without even knowing that you're destroying it, because your mind is going along these lines and you feel that this is right, this is right, this is right. So you keep going. After having done a good distance, when you turn back, then it's too late. You have already created lots of damage, lots of havoc. The family is gone, your friends is gone. So don't let the mind guide you. Let a guide, a proper guide you through your thoughts. So this is what I'm trying to tell you about the belief. The more you believe in something, the more it becomes stronger. And to believe it on my own, it's even worse. Lots of people say, I have this intuition that this is going to work. I don't say no. The sixth sense is always there with a human being. It's much stronger than ourselves. This is why very much people go with the sixth sense, like the psychics and stuff like that. But that's a different thing. But most people here listening are not psychic, nor they have a clairvoyance type of understanding. So, coming to this, we should understand, don't let our thoughts dominate us as subjects. We should be more into a guide mode. Sometimes the mind should be at rest if we are in that state, what I'm telling you about the state of elevation, or where the consciousness is growing. We need to let the mind at zero. So it should not be that you are creating thoughts and then thinking this is right. It should be the other way around. The mind is at zero and then something is being projected to the mind. Right, but you evaluate that. Are you doing this, what I'm telling you? Or are you creating thoughts and then believing in those thoughts? You got what I'm trying to tell you? It has to be, I am in a state of neutral state, for example, and then without even thinking, I get certain information coming to me, then that information is correct. This is where the guidance has to be there. Once you come to understand that, you will understand that all these different pockets in which you are were all fake. And this is how you have to come out of these pockets. Even if you're in a depressive state, if you are in a drug state. So when you are sober, you should sit and be in the state where the mental is zero and let the information come to you. This is where the breathing has a very, very, very strong grip on what we are doing. Those people who believe the breathing, oh, I cannot do the breathing, I cannot do the breathing. This is again the thought that he has is acting as a barrier for him to progress to the breathing. It has to be in such a way that it is like, I have my body here. If I live on this planet, it needs food, it needs water, it needs drinks, it needs, I don't know, whatever things it needs. But if I don't feed it, in certain time I'll collapse. It will collapse. In the same way, to go through this path and to be a part or to go and understand what's happening on a higher level, you need to do the breathing because this is the food of the spiritual body. So you have to feed it with that essence, with that type of breath, prana, they call that. Once you have fed it, the spiritual body will start growing. It's like a child. If you don't give it milk from when it's a baby, it will not grow in a proper way. So many vitamins will be missing. You cannot get a child which is born now and you start feeding him, I don't know, meat, for example. He won't be able to do it because he doesn't have teeth. And his system cannot chew. He needs to drink. In the same way, the breathing is exactly the same thing. Until you don't breathe, until you don't grow from a child to, let's say, to at least a teenager, you cannot move to the spiritual world. But lots of people believe, no, I don't want to do this. I can do that. I will do straight to this. So many people I have seen recently, I see a lot of people every day, they are meditating. I don't have a problem. But meditating how? I've seen out of 10 people, maybe 9 people are not doing the right thing. Everybody is meditating, but meditating how? By listening to music, by I don't know, by focusing on something. Others are doing it. Well, it's not the right way. You need to feed your spiritual body first. Spiritual body has to grow. When this is grown, only then you can pump more information in it. So those who are not doing the breathing in a proper way, you see, after 1 or 2 months of breathing, the breathing becomes automatic. You don't even have to do nothing because it's part of you now. And once this is done, the child is grown. Now you will tell him, okay, I want to give you education. I want to give you solid food. I want you to learn this. This is what's going to happen. But when he was a baby, you didn't give him milk. You can't expect the child to grow as a good adult. He will not understand. So I would again ask those who stopped it or something, please progress on that. Understand that. Then your consciousness will open. Once the consciousness is ready, you can stop thinking and the thoughts of the universe or the messages that is there will come to you. From there you grasp what is taken in a positive way and then you keep progressing step by step. This is how it's supposed to be. So those who are doing all these things after this video, you will understand that this is kind of spiritual knowledge that would come to you slowly and gradually. Every day is like a drop that will fall. Don't expect it to be like water flooding over you. It's droplets, not even droplets which you can't feel, feeding this spiritual mind. And more it feeds, more you will feel it's growing. So this is what I say: understand, believe, and believe in you and believe what is happening to you so that you can make your own video, you write your own books and explain your own experiences to the world or to your friends or whoever. So for this, I think we should sign off right now. And thank you very much. And please don't forget to write more and more. I see more people writing to us now. And thanks again. Thank you.